Thank you very much. That's a very warm welcome. You know, President Trump understands that the world is dangerous and that it takes an enormous effort to defeat anti-American and anti-freedom forces around the world. He also understands that when faced with multiple adversaries across the globe, the Reagan principle of peace through strength is the only road for safety for the America and the American people. The contrast between President Trump's realistic policy of resolute strength in a dangerous world and President Biden's policies of appeasement, weakness, and self-delusion may be the biggest difference between the Make America Great Again movement and the Make America Weak ideology of the left. We have to remember that the greatest threat to American safety is not Biden's brain. The greatest threat is Biden's policies and the people he appoints to implement them. He is working towards appeasement when the world today is incredibly dangerous. A growing coalition of dictatorships is actively trying to undermine American power and conquer America's allies. A religious dictatorship in Iran, which chants death to America, is on the verge of having nuclear weapons. Russia's dictator has unleashed the deadliest European war since World War II. Communist China continues to develop its military power while actively seeking to undermine America through espionage, fentanyl, and the infiltration of our companies and our universities. Faced with these clear and present dangers, President Biden has adopted failed policy after failed policy. Where President Trump orchestrated an orderly end to the Afghanistan war with no American killed in nearly 2 years. Biden ordered a chaotic, panic-filled withdrawal that left 13 American troops and hundreds of Afghans dead. Where President Trump insisted on keeping Bagram Air Base, which is located within 1 hour of the Chinese nuclear facilities, President Biden gave it to the Taliban, who are now allied with Communist China. Where President Trump brokered the Abraham Accords and was moving the Middle East toward peace and cooperation, President Biden's weakness and confusion led to a terrible Hamas assault, killing more than 1,200 innocent people in Israel. Under Trump, we achieved peace through strength. Under Biden, we have war, suffering, death, and a world teetering on the edge of World War III. Like Prime Minister Winston Churchill and President Abraham Lincoln, President Trump understands that only a firm, courageous policy of strength will work in a dangerous world. The message for this November is clear. You can vote for weakness and war with Biden, or you can vote for strength and peace with President Trump. Let's dedicate ourselves to making America safe, strong, and proud again with President Trump. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen,